You run down on your feature event, 25 laps. On the pole is car number 98, Bud Finale of Jamestown, New York, a 1957 Chevy. Off the pole, car number 20, Keith Warner of Titusville, PA, a 1956 Ford. Second on the pole, car number 20, or car number 40, rather, Herb Gustafson, I understand, is from Titusville, PA. Off the pole is car number 96, Lindstrom in Northeast PA, a 19...
So 57, 58, and 59 were sort of your time periods at Stateline?
That's right.
What was your car number?
51, and then I went to 96 when I started running NASCAR.
There's an article here, July 18th, 1959. Season high of 31 cars, including a few newcomers, checked into the pits, and luck of varied varieties came to the New York Penn racing team of Leon Lindstrom of Northeast Pennsylvania and Don Strain. Lindstrom, that particular night, became the track's first hospital case of 1959. Leon, back on the track after a 5 weeks absence, ran ahead of Strain in the semi, but came a cropper in the feature. His car followed Emery Mann's into a 20th lap spin-out, then became the meat of a metal sandwich when Lakewood's Frank Liffner slammed in after him. He was detained overnight at the Jamestown General Hospital, where x-rays revealed only possible chest injuries and no broken bones.
Yeah, I remember that.
What happened there?
Well, just one of them things. Someone was in head of Emery. It caused the whole thing. I don't know who it was. Emery said he was lucky he didn't get hurt too.
Okay.
And there was someone on the outside of me. Emery and I was passing a bunch of cars. And I'd followed Emery all the way through the race. And the guy on the right side of me started spinning. For why, I didn't know. So I pulled over a little bit, and there was Emery. And I hit him, and he spun, and I spun, and Frank Liffner come barreling right into me. All I remember is a big bang and knocked me unconscious. And I couldn't hardly breathe because my ribs hurt so bad. But it just bruised me. Nothing serious. That was the night I rolled over the wheel fence, 56 Ford.
Is that right? How'd that happen? Talk to me.
Oh, there was I can't remember his name, he was from Jamestown, had a 56 Pontiac, and he was crossways the track, and I tried to go around him, and I got caught up in the loose dirt, and it went into the fence, and it spun around on the front end of it, because the back wheels crawled up the guard post, and I went right out over the fence.
Oh my gosh.
Never got a sudden jar. But I wasn't going very fast at the time it happened because I'd break down all I could, but in mud you don't stop too fast. It was pretty wet that night.
You raced at Stateline through 1959, and then you did NASCAR. How did that happen?
Well, I got invited to a NASCAR race. First I went to it was Mark Association. And I went to Detroit, Michigan to a race at Michigan State Fairgrounds, mile track. Never run a mile track before in my life. And I went out to time trial and engine was missing. Well, the young kids forgot to put a plug wire back on. So I had to run in a 25-miler preliminary. The fastest 3 cars was going to run the 100-mile race. So I went out, and of course I started last car. In the 3rd lap, I was leading, and I won that race. And got into the 100-miler, and then I started next to last car. Well, I guess there was 2 behind me. But anyway, I was next to last on the outside, about 20 laps into the race. Why, I was running first place. Didn't know it because they changed my number from 51 to 96. And I kept wondering, who is 96? And I was running the wheels off that poor car, trying to find or trying to catch 96. When the race was over, why, I went back into the pits with the car. And they come running over and they said, "You won it." And I said, "No, 96 did." He said, "You better look at the number on your car." I said, "Man, this is the first time I drove the car with that number." King, I can't remember his name, but I raced against his father. And he was just coming out onto the racing then. But his father, I saw him one day put his son right into the wall because his son was racing him. His son would have beat him too. He was passing him, but he wanted to win that race.
Petty?
Petty.
Lee Petty?
Oh,
Put
Lee
Richard
Petty.
into the wall?
Oh, yeah. He didn't bother him a bit. He was a hard man to run again.
We ran the races with the infield about 3 feet higher than the track. And during 1957, an earth mover was brought in, and the high infield was cut down to track level, with the dirt being shifted to build up the banked curves on the 2 ends of the oval. That was the last major construction on the track itself. Is that kind of how you remember it?
Yep, that's exactly how it happened. We done the cutting of the trees and stuff. That's what we done. And my brothers had the tractors and they moved them into where they could use them. I don't remember who it was, but some car spun out and come right up over the infield over that big bank.
Is that right?
Yeah. So they just they held it in on a truck. They just backed their truck up, drove it off the infield onto the truck.
Because it was so high?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Everybody wondered how they was going to get it down off in there. My brother said, "Well, it'll come up over. It should go back down." But it damaged the front end pretty bad, so they just loaded it up and took it home. I don't remember who it was. Stateline brings back a lot of memories.